In this video, I'm going to be giving you a complete guide of how to become a photographer assistant. For myself, I've been assisting other photographers about a year now, big and small, and learned so much in the industry, which I want to pass on to you. So let's get started. Why are photo assistants important? For number one reason why I became a photo assistant is to learn. You will get a real world experience of getting on set, and you will meet so many people along the way. One thing to note is your role as an assistant helps photo shoots move smoothly. Lastly is you will pay your dues. A lot of photographers start off where you began, and you'll be able to learn so much along the way from the photographer himself, how he shoot, and more from there. So let's just give you a couple of tips. First tip, which as you may already know, don't be late. Always try to be early, at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes if you can. It's just always not a good situation when you come in late. It's just set a bad tone. So don't be late. Next tip, ask questions. Always ask questions. One of the simplest questions you could ask while assisting a photographer is ask, what can I do to help? Sometimes they might say no, and sometimes they might say yes and give you something to do. If you're not sure about EQ or whatever else happening on set, always ask questions. It's never good just to assume and then learn the hard way. So, I believe there's no wrong questions on set. And I've always if I know something, I'll definitely be able to tell you if I have the time. Next tip, stay focused. Stay focused is very important. Because in a sense, as a full assistant, you have to anticipate certain situations. Sometimes a photographer needs to switch lens. You should be able to just kind of see that a few minutes before and have like a lens, or just be ready to swap out the lens if needed. Another thing is clean up on around the set. Even the most simplest things to do is to recoil the wires and just make everything look neat. Just having a set where things are neat really does matter, because your client, the photographer's client, is there and he or she is always watching. So it's just always good just to make sure that everything is just clean. You're like focused, you see what's going on. And I usually just try not to go on your phone too much. Sometimes, yes, emergency, or it's family, the case might be, but if you have to go on your phone, just step out for a minute. It's always not a good thing to be like on your phone during the set, because people will be watching. Next tip, be prepared. Know your photo equipment. And importantly, there's some equipment which is industry standard you should definitely know. Pro photo, light panels, ARRIs, you name it. There's also small grip. It's good to know the names of all this type of stuff. Some of them have nicknames, like a drop pin. Some people call it butt plug. Yeah, I know, butt plug. It's always good just to know your photo equipment. And next thing is I usually just be the Swiss Army knife to the photographer. Always have like a little kit with you and just ready to go when needed. Alright, so when I go on set, I usually bring like a small kit with me. I have everything which is essentially in a fanny pack, and I could take out when needed. So let's see what I have inside here. So one of the first things I bring is set gloves. When handling some equipment, it's always good just to have like a little bit of hand protection as well too. I also have a light meter. When it comes to like set to set, it's always good to just have a light meter just on standby, just in case you need to measure light. Always have Axle 2 set, just in case there's some equipment that need adjustment, and this is always good just to utilize because you have different sizes as well too. I also have a flashlight just in case I need to look at something in the dark. I have my Leatherman just in case. It's always good just to have a multi-tool because you can easily adjust whatever you need right from this. A small screwdriver. I have a microfiber cloth. Just have to wipe some lens off or you name it. I also have a color card just in case as well too. Sometimes it's usually the Digitech have it, but it's always good just to have one just in case. And lastly, pen and marker, just in case I have to mark something or write something down. I'll always prepare. Be humble is the next tip, which sometimes get overlooked many times. I usually, best thing when it comes to be humble is be seen but not heard. You never want to go on set and just, it's good to network, it's good to talk to people, but if you go on set and you're talking to like the photographer's client and trying to give his, a business card to him or her, your business card, by the way, it's not a good look. The client didn't came to hear you talk. The client came to get their work done that they gave to the photographer, not you. Always be humble, because one thing that I definitely know, the industry is always watching. Always be humble. Don't try to take advantage of a situation, because at the end of the day, the photographer hire you, not the client. That's my complete guide of how to become a photographer assistant. If there's any other comments or just tips you want to add, feel free to add it to the comments below. Peace.
Hey, give me that wing again.
Oh shit.